Paulette wants to have $2,500 in 2.5 years to go on a cruise. She opens a bank account which pays 3.75% interest compounded monthly. How much should she deposit initially? Well, here the question says compounded monthly, so I'm going to be using interest formula number 1. And when I plug in the variables, here it says 3.75 interest, so R is going to be 0.0375. Here the time t says 2.5 years, so our time is going to be 2.5. Compounded monthly means our n value is going to be 12. The question says she wants to have $2,500 in 2 years. How much should she deposit initially? Letter P is the principal. That's the money that's deposited initially. And here the balance, letter A, Paulette wants to have $2,500. So here I'm going to substitute into interest formula number 1. And I'm going to be left with A, that's going to be the $2,500 that she wants. That equals letter P, the principal, which is going to be the X, times 1 plus 0.0375 over 12 raised to the 12 times 2.5 power. So here the question has you going about solving for the principal. And the way we're going to solve equations is we're going to solve them graphically. So here I'm going to enter into my calculator y1 is 2,500. Here I'm going to enter my calculator y2 is this entire right-hand side. So y2 is going to be the x times all the rest. And I want to go about solving this by finding the point of intersection of these two equations. So here is what my calculator looks like, and the key is going to be to set up the viewing window properly. Now, what does letter Y stand for? What should the Y min and the Y max represent? Well, Y1 is 2,500. What is that 2,500? That's money. Y2 is actually also money. If I evaluate this right-hand side, that's going to be the amount of money that Paulette is investing. So Y is going to stand for money. So my Y min is going to be 0, and my Y max, since she wants to have 2,500, I'm going to go a little bit bigger than 2,500, so 3,000 for my Y max. So here my Y's represent the money. What does letter X represent? Well, here X stands for the principal. So X is also going to represent money, specifically how much money Paulette needs to invest. So I know she can't invest a negative amount of money, so my X min should be 0. And what should a good X max be? X is how much she has to invest in order that after 2.5 years she ends up with 2,500. So somehow she's going to invest in between 0 and 2,500, and then in 2.5 years she's going to end up with the 2,500. So probably my X value is going to be less than 2,500. It wouldn't make any sense if X is more, so that's why I'm going to set my viewing window this way. X min is 0 and X max is really 2,500 because my answer is going to be in between 0 and 2,500. So now I'm looking for the point of intersection of those two equations. So I go to second, calculate, and option 5 for intersection. And here, the point of intersection is 2276.6087, and Y is 2,500. But here the question says, how much money should she invest? Remember, X represented the principal. So here, Paulette should invest, it looks like $2,276.61. If she puts that in the bank, after 2.5 years, she will end up with her $2,500.